Welcome to Braunhaven. We will be picking up where we left off last week. Quick recap. Boorman, using his. So the party is. Uh, while they were in the market, they were finishing up selling their stuff. They discussed amongst themselves, in a crowded market, um, how they were going to approach this. They're looking for information on finding the looped scepter, which they believe is the second key to unlocking the extra dimensional space that they believe the Archmage Tassadantlus is trapped in. And it is known that it was lost hundreds of years ago, and that there this would be the place because it was last in the possession of Nothram Ston of Clan Ston. And so the question is where should they go, find information about this. And so the natural spot would be to go to the household of King Commonston, who is the current king of Zolotoheim, and in Ston Castle. And to get in there, it is invite only. And so Boorman, using his elven boots and his ring of invisibility, walked right into the castle and has kind of bypassed everything. And after about an hour of searching, it's not like Ston Castle is really that big. He has made his way to the vault, and he picked all three of the combination locks and opened the vault door. And that's where we left off. He peered inside, and we left him on a cliffhanger. And we will be getting to that in but a moment. Before we get started, we'd like to thank a friend of the Greenwater Guildhall. None of these are sponsorships or partnerships of any kind. They are just products that we really like. And today we would like to thank Dogmight Games. Dogmight Games makes beautiful wooden tabletop accessories for your tabletop games, such as wooden DM screens, dice vaults, dice trays. They have this really sweet thing called the player vault. And they've got dice towers and just a ton of stuff. All of it can be customized. And if you order something that's customized, that usually takes about 6 to 8 weeks in order for it to ship. So if you're looking for something customized for Christmas, probably not going to get here in time. But they do have a lot of items that they keep in their inventory. So if you check their in-store inventory, all beautiful items, those ship in about 1 to 2 business days. So there's hope there. We have a discount code. It's good for 10% off everything on their site. Just put whatever you're going to purchase into your cart and use the code FRIEND in all capital letters, and that will get you 10% off your purchase. If you other Christmas ideas, if you're and it's getting tight. We're getting close to the end of the season. I've already started to notice that there are shipping delays. So I mean, that's good. That means despite the fact that the economy is in the shitter, that people are still ordering stuff. So that's definitely a good sign. But very possible. We do have a merch store via Zazzle. We've got T-shirts and buttons and hoodies, and we have a fleece blanket that comes in 3 sizes that is a map of the Glossian Empire. We have a beer stein with the Greenwater Mercantile and Adventuring Company logo on it. The hoodies are character portraits of the characters that are playing the game today. And so those are all available on the Zazzle site. And with the printing and shipping, there you might be coming in just under the wire, but I think it might get there in time for Christmas. I can't promise that, but yeah, you got about another half of a week before I would say, yeah, there's no way it's going to make it in time. So, get those orders in, and we appreciate anything you do. All right, so good news. I am on the very last section, finally, of Tassadantlus' Tantalizing Tower. I am detailing the extra dimensional space, which is quite large. There's going to be quite a bit of stuff there. I also need to I need to do a little bit of research because there are going to be some new monsters and Fey type creatures here. So I need to I need to brush up on my knowledge of the Seelie and Unseelie courts, and I need to look at some Scottish, Irish, and Welsh folklore, and then turn all of that into stats. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's coming, and it's going to be the big finale for that book, and it's going to be a whopper. It's going to be big. So. That should be coming first part of next year, January-ish, February-ish. It really depends on time to print the book, since this is going to be quite the fat hardback. It'll depend on how long that takes. That's coming. So, we will get to what Boorman is doing in but a moment. So, Dentry, and of course, so we were discussing. So Boorman has one of the eyes, and I believe Dentry has the other one. Is that what it
I
was?
think it's me, yeah.
Okay. So Dentry has the ability. He can look through the eye and see what Boorman is seeing. So
Yeah,
uh,
because the other eye is on a. It's Malachi's mystic dragon eye,
right,
and one of them is on an amulet on Boorman's chest. So whatever his chest is doing, you can look through the eye and see that.
right.
Basically.
So the party would be aware of what is going on with Boorman. But I need Dentry. Let's see here. You know what I didn't do? I did not. I need to just throw some temp markers down here. Okay, why is this not... There it is. I need to throw some temps down here for initiative purposes. And no, this is not where you guys are located. Down here. Basically, I need you down here and out of my way. Man, I am unfucking prepared. That, and I'm gonna... Why is this not... There we go. A little bit of lag going on with Roll20 today.
Yeah.
Uh, eh. I also sent Glenn from our Wednesday and Friday night games. I invited him to join us on Saturdays. I haven't heard back from him, so I don't know if that's something he's interested in, but yeah, that would be cool. Okay. There we go. So I need everybody except for Boorman. Uh, roll a d6. Oh, Mavis and Alora both got it. Oh, Mavis got it, not Alora. I assume Mavis is the one.
No, it's alphabetical. So
Oh, okay.
that's
So
how it is.
Alora got it. Mavis did not. Neither Gentry nor Jackson got it. And Malachi did not get it. So, but that's that. At least one of you got it. That's good. So, Alora, the party's kind of standing around, kind of trying to decide what to do at this point, and kind of looking over Dentry's or looking around Dentry's shoulders, since he's a half orc. He's probably quite large to look over, and you're kind of trying to see what can be seen through the eye, and you of course witness. Um, it's going to be kind of like those cat videos where somebody puts a GoPro on their cat's neck, and you watch. You can see that Boorman has made his way down, and you all witness that he is evidently he bypassed the library completely, the council chambers, and is breaking into the vault directly. And you see him, you know, crack the lock and open this vault door. Alora, you notice that. Well, you see that there are. Hold on. Uh, so you see that there are three dwarves that are taking particular interest in essentially taking a particular interest in what you guys are doing. Like they are kind of they're trying to act nonchalant, but they are watching you and um
They're like a dwarven secret service.
um maybe you're not sure. Um, they are all wearing like dark leather, and they have hooded cloaks, and but they're all trying to play it off like, oh well, we're just standing on this street corner reading a newspaper, and this guy's over here, buying a kebab from a vendor. But they're all kind of looking every once in a while, giving you guys the side eye and looking in your direction, and they one of them seems like he is kind of maneuvering, trying to get close enough to overhear what you're saying.
They say, "We get it. You're nonchalant." Not to draw attention to what's happening.
Okay, so you're so Alora yells out, "Okay, we get it. You're nonchalant," and that, of course, the rest of the party is going to be like, "What? What are you talking about?" I was probably assuming that she's talking about looking through the amulet, or through the eye, watching what Boorman is doing. But you then quickly realize that she is not looking at the amulet. She is looking at these three dwarves.
Do they keep being nonchalant or do they like scatter?
That's a really good question. Laura, roll 2d6 and add your charisma modifier to it. So they kind of all three of them kind of their demeanor changes, and they realize that they've been caught, and they're rather uncertain about what to do here, and then need some more thingies here.
Malachi will look over at Alora and go, I don't think they're getting your charm.
Hmm.
Yeah. You're gonna have to step up your game.
I guess so. Jeez.
Yeah. Everybody ends up in the lake. Number 7. That's a
Yes.
lake, isn't it?
Yes, that is
Yeah.
that. Yeah, Lake Braskus.
Yeah. We're all just
Swimming.
swimming in the lake
Just all,
today. Yeah.
soaking.
Yeah. While y'all were watching Boorman as he entered in the vault or open it, you see the eye just bounce up and down a little bit as he did a little dance. You know, he's like, oh yeah, because he set that fire in the library. Hopefully that distracted long enough for me to do my thing. Well, we'll see how that works out there while y'all are out here killing the Secret Service. The was it M5? Is that the British?
MI5?
Yeah, MI5.
MI5. Yeah,
Yeah.
see? Yeah. All of our friends from the UK are probably cussing me. Fucking hick. It's okay.
Oh, that's terrible. So
If I ever
you guys,
go ahead.
so Alora then realizes you can see that these 3 dwarves are they know they've been caught, and they seem like they're uncertain what to do. Then out of the crowd, and these come another 3 stocky dwarves of a much darker complexion, and they all have their hoods up, and they are armed. They arm themselves. They pull out hand axes. Everybody roll initiative. And Boorman, you can go ahead. Well, actually, hold on here. Let me know how to do this. There's Boorman. So
This is all going to be theater than mine. You're not going to change a bunch of maps, are you?
Yep.
You are. You're changing all the
As
maps.
the map
no,
changes.
that's not what I wanted, though.
That's not the right map. Purge your mind. Purge your mind of that map.
The map.
There we go.
The map.
Yeah, so everybody can roll initiative, including Boorman.
Okay. Is this the map we're going to participate on?
This is the map that you're going to participate on.
Oh, so this is me. This is the.
Oh, he's
Boorman.
used a separate map from us again.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Whatever. I don't get to see the other map though as Malachi, but Boorman's is a 6.
Oh, it did. Yeah.
And Malachi is a 5.
Yeah, so go ahead and put in Malachi and Boorman, and let me see what I can do about that. Might not be able to do anything.
You're just gonna have to be descriptive and move my thing around based on what I say.
Yeah, maybe.
That's what you're gonna have to do. Yeah. So you'll have to put in my initiatives over there too, because I can't.
You can't see it. Right.
Yeah, so I have 6 and 5, and really as a player, I think this is great and amazing. Oh, you switched me back.
Yeah.
I was going to make you do all that shit, but
well,
okay.
Well, I can switch it.
Oh, it's fine. I will adapt. My laziness will not be appeased today. It's fine. But while we're doing all this, did all that gold? Should I remove all that shit from all of our assets and say that the material costs and all that for the rebuild of the castle is pretty much paid off?
Yeah, I mean, that's up to you guys. I would allow you to do that.
Are we wanting to rebuild the castle and all that?
Yeah, I thought that was a priority.
That's okay. Well, I mean, now is the time to talk, or shut the fuck up and go along. I mean, that's so. We need another 6,700 gold pieces to get the 100K that we needed to do that. So I'm just going to put minus 67,000 gold pieces. No, 6,700 gold pieces is what we need to pay the rest of that off. But the rest of this shit, I'm going to delete all of these nuggets and it's all gone.
Hmm.
Yeah. And all the gold and shit that we had stored at the castle, it's gone.
All right.
Yeah.
Man.
But I mean, then we have a castle.
Yeah, that's true.
What did Dentry and Jackson get for initiative?
3 and right, shit. Yeah. Got all talking about the gold and stuff, and I forgot.
No problem. Okay.
Man, my fucking thing just got so much smaller. My list of shit I gotta sell. No, seriously. Y'all have been here playing all the time. You know how much this dude gives us? 13 gems worth,
Yeah,
2 platinum.
right. Yes.
pieces.
Yes,
Yeah.
Well, the reason for that is that by level 9, baked into the rules by level 9, there's a massive money sink, and so you can't do the stuff that you want to do at level 9 if you haven't been giving, if the GM has not been giving decent gold payouts from levels
Yeah.
1 through 8. By the time you get to level 9, you are simply not going to have enough money to build your stronghold and attract your followers.
Well, we're doing that. We're ahead of the curve then.
Yeah, no. Well, because domain level play is coming, so.
Oh. All right.
So
Well, good.
We will get to Boorman in but a moment. So, Malachi, you see these 3. There are 6 dwarves in total. 3 of them are wearing hooded cloaks. They draw their hand axes and are moving towards the party rather maliciously. The original 3 are still kind of standing around like, oh shit, we got caught.
But they're all coming together.
They they appear to all be one party. So, and I will move where these guys are coming from. These guys are coming from up here, and the original dwarves are kind of over here.
So the first thing I need to know, are we kind of in an isolated area?
Not really. I mean, there are. You're not really in an isolated area. So, basically, when you were told that that entry was by invite only, the rest of the party kind of just stepped back into the street. This is a very well-to-do district. I mean, you've got the seat of government here at Stone Castle. Then, of course, you have the Temple of Montes here. And this is all basically the temple grounds. And then over here, you have the the Sylvanus Elven embassy. And there is from all the way up at the ceiling, shining down on this embassy. Is during the day, it is a shaft of sunlight, and during the night, it is a shaft of moonlight. And so this area is, and then there's a forge district over here. It's quite busy. There's a lot of people moving about.
Okay, so then cloud kill is probably not what I want to do.
Probably not unless you want to take out a bunch of civvies.
Yeah, do they appear to have a leader?
Not that you can discern, but it does. I mean, you're guessing that these two groups are working in tandem, but I mean, the immediate thought is it's a little weird that dwarves and Durgar are working together, but I mean, it's not completely unheard of.
I'm going to reach into my little pouch and pull out a hypnotism scroll.
Okay.
This is an illusionary spell.
Yes.
And up to, let's see, gestures, droning syllables in the minds, subjects within a range who decide to gesture the piece.
So up to 1d6 creatures are affected. So you can either choose to go in basically east or west, which
I'm going to the big guys that are making
the guys that are arming themselves
and kind of heading their way.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess there's 3 of them. You said.
Yes, there's 6. There are 6 total. 6 dwarves. 3 of them Duergar. 3 of them regular dwarves.
I'm going to get one of them.
Okay.
Will be affected by this. Oh, no, this is after. The number of creatures affected is determined after the suggestion is made. So I am going to look over at the 3 guys,
okay,
and they will need to make a save versus spells as I point to the 3 guys we caught spying, and I'm going to say, those guys want to kill you.
Okay. So they.
And if this is a suggestion that is worded, if you believe it's worded in a way that is very reasonable, they will take a -2 penalty to their roll.
They fail their spell save.
All right. So now the number of them affected is based upon my D6 roll.
Yes.
So
you got all 3
there.
of them.
I got all 3 of them, and they believe my suggestion is I will take this beautiful scroll that you've told me about, and I will remove it from my inventory because that did its job.
So these 3 Durgar, you cast hypnotism, and these 3 Durgar immediately look to one another and kind of start talking to one another about in Deep Common. They're not speaking Dwarvish. Does anybody speak Deep Common?
None of my characters.
Nope, not my forte. But I plan on learning it as we bypass Tantalizing Tower and go straight to the Underdark.
Even let's see.
It's different than orc, right? I got orc.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Aid-Endek hand or Aid-Ent Handelm is Deep Common. I was just wondering if Dentry had it. Let me.
What's the language called again?
Deep Common, Andek, or Handelm.
Handelm. I do have Handelm.
Hell yeah, Dentry!
Well, you've got Handelm, but not, which is common. But let's see.
I have Handelm. I don't have
alignment common. Oh, half works. Alignment common and Orcish. Okay, so nope. My bad. So
I have Ladir, Handelm, Pukashol, and Gernvold.
Yes, those are all. That's Gernvold is the language, the typical language of the Glossian Empire. Handelm is common. Pukashol is Orcish, and then whatever your alignment is.
I guess that's Ladir.
Yes, Ladir. is neutral. No, he does. These guys start kind of talking to one another. It sounds vaguely familiar, like there's some words that you can pick out, um, and but not enough that you're able to tell what they're saying. And then a look of suspicion and realization kind of comes across their faces, and they point at the three other dwarves and start heading towards them, which means they're going to have to go through you guys. Alora, what would you like to do?
I want to get out the parrying rod and just be ready to parry if anybody attacks me. I don't want to start anything in this kind of area, though.
Okay,
Crowded, right?
so you are readying an action for the rod of parrying. Okay. What's Mavis doing?
He's gonna use no alignment on those dwarves.
Okay. On the dwarves or on the Duergar?
I think the dwarves.
Okay. So no alignment. No alignment is a really good spell. Very handy. And they don't. It doesn't say they get a save. So Alora casts no alignment. She knows that the three dwarves. So a caster gains immediate knowledge of the alignment of one character. Well, one of the dwarves, you know, is neutral.
Dang it. Well, that's not a lot of. At least they're not chaotic, I guess. Okay.
Dentry, what would you like to do?
Did I observe all the stuff that you said about them going, chat, and then
Yes.
looking at the other guys? Okay.
Yes.
Then I will move out of their way and allow them to move towards the dwarves.
Oh,
We're gonna watch it go down.
Yeah, I'm gonna not get in their way and be like, or just be like, kind of move towards the dwarves, kind of face the dwarves like they're my enemy too.
Okay.
Kind of get that whole enemy of my enemy vibe going.
Okay. And what is Jackson doing?
Jackson is cloaked-ed.
Okay, so Jackson is going stealth.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not about to hop in this squabble just to hop in this squabble.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah. So Jackson raises his the cloak, or raises the hood on his elvish cloak, and kind of goes predator. He goes all opaque.
And you hear that random clicking noise?
Or translucent, rather, not opaque. So the dwarves, they have kind of witnessed what has happened, and they kind of the realization is clear on their faces. They realize that the Duergar have been ensorcelled, enchanted, and they are going to attempt to scatter. Being dwarves, they've got short, fat little legs, so they don't move very far, but they move down, and they are attempting to kind of blend into the crowd, and they don't appear to be doing a very good job. The three Duergar, they move towards you guys, and as they are moving towards you, all three of them, you see them, all three of them double in size.
Oh, that's not good.
So they are, yeah, they grow. So they can, Duergar can, once per day, they can enlarge themselves or they can shrink down. When they shrink down, they can be as small as 1 inch in height. When they enlarge, they double in size for 1d4 rounds. So these guys will be enlarged for 3 rounds. And while they are enlarged, they inflict double damage. And they are, as they're walking, they enlarge themselves and they're stomping towards. Now, when these guys enlarge, a hue and call goes out amongst the merchants and people around. You hear They are quite alarmed. I don't necessarily know that dwarven women would scream, but there is pointing and yelling and obvious a hue and cry of, oh shit, there's Duergar, and they've enlarged themselves and they're armed. Now, Zolotoheim, like I've stated, Zolotoheim is a trade hub. There are uh, numerous locations that lead into the underworld, and I believe no, it's not the northern north. Is it Northgate? No. Northgate leads to Stagina. One of these gates. Yeah, so number 15 over here actually leads to the mines. They've got Zolotoheim's, bread and butter is their electrum and platinum mines. And after you leave the mine area, there is underworld access. So there are Duergar and even occasionally Drow that come to do trading in Zolotoheim. They are obviously looked at with more than a bit of suspicion, but their money spends just the same as everybody else's, and so it's not like it's illegal for them to come in as long as they don't cause any problems. Same with Sverfneblin. Obviously, they're not going to let in something like mind lashers. Mind flares are not welcome in the or mind flares or beholders, things like that. Those aren't allowed. But normal underworld races, even Mycelians occasionally would make it up to Zolotoheim. So you might have 4-foot tall mushroom people occasionally walking around. It is really a melting pot, and so far that has treated Zolotoheim fairly well. But like I said, the underworld races are viewed with a bit of suspicion because Duergar are known slavers, but they're not necessarily evil as a race or as a society. So the crowd has gone up, and there is a bit of a concern, and that is you guys have 4 rounds before guards show up. Keep in mind a round is 10 seconds, so less than a minute, and guards are going to show up to see exactly what is going on. But there's enough of a clamor going on that guards are undoubtedly going to show up. Now, meanwhile, inside the castle, so Boorman, you have picked these 3. You listened very carefully, and you picked these 3 combination locks, and you have opened the vault door. And you step inside, and you see a number of things. On the north and south walls, there are square. The entire inside is made of large stone bricks. On the north and south wall, though, each side has a brick that is different than the rest. It's not just a solid brick. It is inlaid with with 9 gems in a square pattern. The top 3 gems are red, the middle 3 gems are blue, and the bottom 3 gems are yellow. And there's one of these on each side.
I want to ease the door closed, but not lock it.
Okay.
So if the guards return from the library fire, they'll just kind of take their posts. Right. In theory, right. Maybe we'll see. And if I still have time, I want to look for traps all along this little entryway area and all that.
Okay.
And I should see if there's any traps right around in here.
So you poke around and you do find that there is um, here and here there are two glyphs, one on each side.
Okay. Well, I don't want to pass the glyphs. I just want to look and see what I can see. If if the if the talisman is down here, it will probably be on display, I would think. So
what towel? Oh, you mean the looped scepter?
yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Okay. So looking ahead, you do see. So in this vault, you see immediately. The first thing you see is this long table. On the table is a pile of coins with some gems interspersed through the coin. And then you also see that there is a crown sitting on the table.
Wow.
And it's quite the fancy crown. I mean, you can see even from this range, it looks like it could either. It's hard to tell because you're not that close. You're, let's say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet away from it. It looks. I mean, even at this range, it's encrusted with gems, and it looks like it's made of either gold or possibly electrum, which from a distance both look very similar.
I have no way of knowing what these glyphs may or may not do, but they do represent like a trap type thing. So my curiosity is if I myself don't penetrate them, will they really go off? Let's find out. Rope of climbing. I'm going to have it attach itself to the table and pull the table in to me.
Okay. So you you kind of command the rope of climbing, and it wraps around a table leg and starts to pull this table towards you. And as the table pulls through this entrance between these two glyphs, you can hear the sound of like 100 bells being rung at once.
It's an
And
alarm.
You guys
Yeah.
outside of Stone Castle, you can hear this clamor of bells go off as well.
The jig is up.
Yeah, Dentry looking through the eye. Of course, you can't hear Boorman's thoughts, but you see what he did, and Dentry would be like, "Oh shit."
Basically, it's like,
Yeah.
all right, guys, time to go into active mode.
Yeah, so what I'm going to go ahead and do then is just everything on the table goes into the bag of holding, and I am going to use the rope of climbing to secure myself to the ceiling and wait for everybody to rush in and see what's going on, and I will lower myself and sneak out behind them.
Okay, well, let me tell you what you find. Oops, that's not what I wanted. What is on the table? So the table.
Do I feel like I gained a level? No.
The table holds 1,100 silver pieces.
Am I writing this down, or am I waiting until he rejoins the party to write it down?
You can write it down. I mean, well,
All right, I'll get it, and
yeah,
we'll see how it all works out.
Okay.
All right.
Until you rejoin us, it's yours.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not done yet.
Yeah, the crown is definitely probably worth a lot.
There are 400 gold pieces.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm having to write this down or calculate this as I do it, because these are all random rolls. Roll percentage.
Okay. It's hard for me to pawn this off on anybody. So here we go. D100. I just want one of them. Oh, not 3. 1. Here we go. 55.
There are
55.
There are 3 gems, and those gems. Roll a d20. Nine. Those 3 gems are worth 50 gold pieces each.
Okay.
Wait, there's more. Roll percentage again.
All right.
Nothing on that roll, and roll percentage one last time.
So I'm winning low.
Nope.
And I didn't get low. Anyone.
Nope. So that is all you find for the pile. Now the crown.
When you were scooping, you just didn't scoop accurately enough. You dropped stuff on the floor during your scooping.
Yeah, well, the jig is up. I'm the alarm. I didn't have anything to bypass the alarm.
The crown is made of electrum, encrusted with small various gems, is worth 900 gold pieces.
But our queen will need a crown.
Well, this is a nice one.
So
that was a.
So you scoop all of this into the bag of holding, and we'll come back to you, Boorman.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do.
Did we set a meeting place in case
the alarm sounds and the world changes?
I don't think. Wait, I think we were supposed to meet in front of the religious place across the street. I think
that makes sense.
I remember that. Yeah.
So, Malachi, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna. The alarms are going off. There's shit going on here in this little marketplace, and our direct enemies appear to not be worried about us anymore. So I'm going to reach over with one hand and grab Dentry's hand, and then with my other hand, I'm going to grab Alora's and be like, "Come, let's go this way."
Okay.
And it'll be away
from
all reaction. Yeah, like, let's go this way, fellas. There's no point in getting involved in inter-kingdom politics.
Okay. So you're grabbing Alora and who else?
And Dentry, kind of grabbing him by the arm or shoulder and kind of trying to, let's go this other way. That is not the way that those people are going.
You'd have to grab Dentry, not Jackson, because Jackson's doing his Heidi thingy, but he'll follow along.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just kind of grabbing a couple, whoever's close to me. I'm just grabbing a couple people by the arm or the hand and kind of going, "Come on, let's go this way." You know, I'm thinking I heard a ding inside my head when I successfully hypnotized those dwarves, and I'm like, God, we've got 6 rounds from the time that I hit him on that before that thing goes off. You know, and technically, you know, this would be a win. We would get some experience from this. So, you know, I'm joking. I'm not saying all that, but we should get going. You know, we should avoid blowing up this whole town in combat. Come on.
I don't want to get arrested either.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
We're not equipped to take on a whole town.
Well, you know, you're probably right.
Good
So-
to take on a tower of
What about Mavis? Are you
You'll follow the crowd. I'll follow my friends. 'cause
okay? So
this
you,
looks really bad.
so you follow them, and the Durgar stomp on over and start to. I mean, they are not being polite. They're pushing people out of the way, and in their attempt to get to these dwarves, and they kind of try to split up to find these dwarves, much violence begins to ensue.
How close is the party to what's going on with the dwarves and the Duergar?
You're maybe 20 feet away.
Jackson will try to stay close to the combat, but not like right there, just to kind of keep like an eye on what's happening on this side and maybe see if the dwarves say anything useful.
Okay. Okay, so let's see what some dwarves do.
Should I like move Jackson towards the combat?
Not dwarf is a miss. That dwarf's a miss. So one of the Duergar got hit. Oh, so one of the dwarves that was attempting to scatter in, one of these enlarged Duergar come running up to him, and this dwarf from under his cloak, he pulls out a hand axe, and he just buries it in this Duergar's knee, and I mean the Duergar is bleeding profusely, but does not go down. The Duergar, for their part, that's a mess. That's a mess. Ugh, the Duergar are not doing well. They are kind of battling their way through the crowds. Now, you guys, Malachi, Alora, and Dentry, and Mavis, you can see that there are 3 dwarven clerics coming up from the temple district, heading towards this conflict.
Wow, we're gonna get a show.
And
What I miss?
So-
Something?
coming up from the district, these 3 dwarven clerics, they are all dressed in plate armor. They are all armed with warhammers, and they're all of their armor is the same. But they are clerics of Montes, and they are moving with some official capacity towards this conflict. And Jackson, you see, coming out of Stawn Castle, you see 6 dwarven guards.
Oh, it's great we avoided all that shit. Now is the time to cloud kill.
And they're
Yeah.
all they're all wearing plate mail, but they're all wearing the livery of Clan Stawn. Whoops. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know I could do that. Huh. Learn something new every day. So they're all wearing the livery of Clan Stawn. These are royal guards wearing plate mail, and they are all armed with battle axes, and they are moving towards the fray as well.
That's a great. Hell yeah.
But
I
you
hope
can
those
you
dual
can
guards do good.
you can still hear these alarms going off, and Jackson, go ahead and roll a d6.
6.
You got a 2.
Two.
You get it. So you note that these dwarven guards that are coming out, and of course I don't think they can see you. Probably not. No, they do not see you. They all appear conflicted. Like, I mean, the alarms from inside the castle are going off. They appear that they're not sure if they should go break up this street fight, or get back inside, and deal with the alarm.
Am I in a crowd or am I kind of like off by myself?
There are people like running in every direction, and you're just kind of standing on the backside of, like, kind of on a corner of the backside of the Temple of Montes, and trying not to, staying still and not drawing attention to yourself, so that your elven cloak can do its job.
So if I yelled something out, that would give away my cloakiness?
More than likely, yeah. I mean, I don't know. What do you? I mean,
I was gonna kind of mix in with the crowd and be like, I think they're thieves.
Go ahead and go ahead and roll 2d6, plus or minus your charisma modifier.
Charisma, what's that? 2d6 charisma mod is minus. I have a 7, so that's a -1, right?
Yep.
Well, there you go.
Let's see, charisma. Yes, that would be a -1. So, you, you yell out, "I think they might be thieves!" And the several people in the crowd, merchants that are in the area. There are a number of small kiosks set up. That are selling, small religious items, like, oh, here's a wooden holy symbol of Montes, and, just small tokens. These guys, they all reach under, their counters, and they come up with, maces, or
AK-47s.
or maces, or warhammers, mostly, and like they're getting ready to smack somebody that's trying to rob them.
Wow. It's going
Like
down.
the 11 clerk that pulls out the handgun, like, don't try it.
Yeah, the idea of these stalls, like, Cameron, I don't know if you've ever been to the Grotto here in Portland.
Yeah.
So they have a gift shop at the Catholic Grotto, and there's a lot of that kind of shit. Oh, there's a little rosary, wooden rosary bracelet that you can wear all the time, just in case, I guess. Or here's, little pot metal crosses with a cheap chain that'll turn your neck green. Or, oh, prayer cards, those are great ones. That's the kind of shit that they sell at these kiosks. It's basically all worthless, but it all goes to a good cause, I think. So, yeah, there's basically mass pandemonium going on in the streets, and
Wow.
We have that effect on towns we go to.
yeah,
I
a
guess
lot.
so.
Yes.
Damn.
Seriously, though.
Insane.
So
We have a gift.
you guys meet up. You guys kind of run towards the front of the Temple of Montes. What are? I mean, everybody except for Jackson, who I assume is staying back, kind of watching this unfold. What are you guys doing. You come into this uh, central area of the temple, and it so it is a large a large plaza, and the temple itself is made of red veined marble, and the center is a statue of Montes in his depiction of the Mountain Father. It's 15 feet tall, and there is like it's part of a fountain complex, and you can see that there are a bunch of clerics that are basically arming themselves. They don't know what's going on, and in just inside, so the temple itself, there are these large red veined marble pillars that lead inside, and the first thing that you can see inside is that they have these stone, what you would describe as stone tables, but they're not. They're actually about the size of a bed. And you can see that there are a number of people laying on, mostly dwarves, but well, not mostly dwarves. There are a couple of dwarves, but they're mixed races, laying on these tables, and the clerics are actually administering to them, uh, like healing and curing disease and things of that nature.
Yeah, to help out their lungs and stuff.
Yeah.
We should definitely check in on the eye thing whenever we can. Because holy crap.
Okay.
Malachi will ask the cleric people, like, we're seeking protection, and the Duergar are attacking and trying
To
to
get a
rob.
free bless.
Yeah.
So the clerics, they tell you, one of the dwarven clerics tells you, take refuge here. You'll be fine. And if you feel so inclined, there is a donation plate at the front of the temple.
Naturally.
Yeah. So we
Is
can
there
just
like
all kind of. Oh, go ahead.
is there like a Braunhaven equivalent of popcorn? Like what do people chaw when they're watching go down?
Well, they're dwarves, probably rocks. No, I don't know. So, Boorman, inside, you hear this clamoring bell going off, and from the stairs, you can hear that there. You can hear the clank, clank, clank of heavy dwarven feet in plate armor making their way down the stairs.
I wanna lock the chamber.
You're gonna lock the vault door.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So you shut the vault door, but there's no there is no combination lock from this side.
Okay. Well, we're just gonna have to see how it goes, I guess. I need to fucking hide. Is what I need to do. I wonder how much time I have.
Well, I will tell you.
Well, no, don't tell me. Keep that shit to yourself. Roll it in private.
Okay.
I'll metagame my dick in the dirt if you tell me I have this many rounds. That's no fun.
That's true.
Yeah,
see what you're saying.
because I'm going to try to rob this king blind and see how it works out. And so I think that those. Did both the glyphs go off an alarm thing? Was that kind of what that was, do I think?
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and enter the big chamber here, and this big chest right over here. I want to go ahead and try to get into that, before too much really happens in here. I'm just going to kind of slide underneath the table because it's the table's like right blocking
it's like
the
right
area
here.
here.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm just going to kind of go right underneath the table and move over to that big old chest that looks like it's special.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is shut and it is locked.
Well, let's see if it really is locked. Yes. Yes, it is locked.
It is locked. Yes.
See, that's the thing. If I do something too much right now, but I really want in that place. I don't know. I'm thinking that's my round.
Yeah, I would say so. So you guys over in the dwarven temple, um, what are you doing?
Growing very concerned at this point. We can't go in, so I don't know what to do, actually. There's all this stuff going down right in front. Do you think this we look over, are the guards from the castle mostly that are intervening? Does that give us
Yes,
a chance to sneak in?
and the clerics have now, and I'm gonna maybe get this back down here.
Moving me.
We should try and duck in, I guess.
Well,
we doing a new map?
I'm just moving you off the screen, or out of
Or
my,
we could-
out of the way.
We
I'll
could
just-
go report to the castle that the Duergar are attacking, and maybe they'll think the invisible culprit inside the castle is a Duergar and not me.
Mm.
You took some potions last week, right?
I took the potion of speed that
Um,
Boorman has.
So that is an interesting thought, because you have touched on something. Duergar.
I feel like that whole shrinky largy thing would make them good thieves.
That's what I'm hoping for. Is I'm hoping they do.
Duergar have the ability to make themselves invisible.
Yeah.
Oh shit! See, they're thinking some Duergar. In the crowd again, I go. I saw some go in the castle.
Good. So Jackson, roll 2d6 -1 for your charisma.
Love that bonus. Look
I
at
rolled the
you.
exact same thing again. -1 5.
So 3 of the guards hear this, and they get an angry look on their face, and they turn and run back inside the castle. The other 3 guards are doing battle with the Duergar. That's a hit. That is not. That is not. And then the other dwarves.
The tales of the war we're starting today will go on for years to come. It'll be great. Duergar versus
hit.
dwarves. Innocent children and elderly people will be strung out in the streets and dismembered.
So one of the enlarged Duergar brings his hand axe down right into the head of one of the dwarves and drops him. However, the one Duergar that was badly injured in the leg, the dwarven royal guards have taken him down, and the dwarven royal guards are starting to kind of round up the last couple of dwarves. They're trying to stop the fight, and they're grabbing as many people as they can. And the one of the dwarves that they catch, Jackson, you can hear him yelling loudly that in common that he saw 4 or 5 outsiders that were trying to break into the castle.
oh, someone's testicles are getting twisted.
The guards. The guards are rather indifferent to what he's saying. They're like, "Yeah, but whatever. You'll say anything to try and get yourself out of this." So what are you guys in? The rest of you are inside the temple.
Okay. Oh man, we really should have phoned this better. So the thing that we wanted is not in the treasure area, right?
Well, I haven't busted open that chest yet, but you have to give me a moment to figure
Oh,
out
okay.
how. Yeah, I mean, really, just if Boorman dies, there's no reason for all of you to die.
Through the eye, you watch Boorman try to pick the lock on the big chest, and one of his lock picks goes ping and snaps in half.
Yeah.
Oh crap. Do you need the chime? We should have given that to you.
Oh, it's a little late for that.
It truly is.
Yeah.
Instead of done it randomly.
Yes.
Well, no, I have other ways to try to bust open, get in the chest. I've got the crowbar, and I mean, they're just
the pogo stick.
yeah. I've got the pogo stick. So I mean, there are things I could try. I could try to open other chests too, but I've got to think this is the chest I really want. If I can get inside this chest, I'll go to church. You know, I'll turn over a new leaf. This will be the sign.
If we just want to make a distraction, I could unleash the goat of traveling in a random location in the castle.
Inside the temple.
That would probably cause quite a stir. If everything's cleaned up outside, then yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
Are
see
the
a
guards-
reason. Yeah.
Are the guards coming for you, or we don't know yet?
Well, I don't know. We don't. All I know is that I'm in the vault, and
Yeah, and these bells
the
are
alarm.
still
The alarm
chiming.
is going off. So I mean, if there was a way to make the, you know,
Oh, you know what?
I don't know.
If we can get close enough, I might be able to cast silence. That's the only thing I can think of to do.
We have to gain.
You have to
it,
like silence the entire castle.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Well,
15-foot radius, so you
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to hear it from the front door.
We could go to the front gate of the stronghold and offer our assistance in helping defend the Duergar. We heard they were attacking.
Okay, that's good. Then we'll have like a reason why we're in here.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you do that, Jackson will like kind of like stop you guys and like, wait, they're looking for people. They're looking for outsiders. Because I don't want that dwarf to like, that's them.
Right. Well, he's under arrest and a little bit away from the front gate, right?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So long as you guys don't like go towards that, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna loop around. You know, cut through the grass.
Like up there.
All right, cool.
Yeah, just kind of There's no reason to go. You know, we're making that loop. You know, over this way, then over this way, and then up to the front gate. You know, and where Malachi will be like, I don't have a very good track record of talking to people, so I should not be the one to tell them things.
While you guys are doing that, then I'll kind of move back towards you now that I realize that this is wrapped up, and kind of from behind one of the dwarven running by the gate, I'll be like, "Well, they're distracted. Let's run this way," and make a little like I'm somebody else escaping in a different direction.
Okay.
Oh my.
Once again, roll 2d6 minus 1. Oof.
Damn, God, that's
I can't
terrible.
roll.
Yeah,
It really is. I was doing bad before. I just keep getting worse.
So, one of the royal guards kind of turns his battle axe sideways and smacks one of the Duergar in the back of the head when Jackson says this. And the Duergar drops to his knees. At this point, the Duergar have all shrunk back down to normal size. And this Duergar is knocked unconscious. And the other Duergar is pointing at the original dwarves. There's only 2 of them left, and yelling that they're backstabbers and that they were going to try and cut them out of the take of Drothamstone.
Oh hell yes! That is amazing change of events.
And the dwarven guards all, I mean, at this Duragar saying this as they're kind of grabbing him, they're putting manacles on his wrists. They're kind of laughing. They're chuckling at this, and they're like, "Oh, Drotham Stone's just a myth. It doesn't exist anymore."
What do we know about it? Anything?
So well, Drothamstone is tied to what it is that you are looking for.
Oh, is that the loop thingy? Or
Yeah,
oh, okay.
so King Nothrimston was the dwarf that was a part of Tassadantalis's adventuring party, and he was entrusted with the looped scepter. And you know that after the adventuring party kind of broke up, Nothrimston was said to have left Zolotoheim and founded his own, was starting to found his own mine that was later to be built into this sister city to Zolotoheim. And it created a little bit of friction between Nothrim and Commonston, who is the current day king. And the reason it created that friction is that that basically it is said that Nothrimston succumbed to a mental affliction that a lot of dwarves succumb to, and in that it's gold fever. And he said some things along the lines of that Drothamstone was going to rival Zolotoheim, and some of the wealth that at the time that was coming out of Drothamstone was considerable, and so King Commonston kind of felt like they weren't paying their due, and that they were going to try and overshadow Zolotoheim. And so there was a little bit of friction there. And then shortly after that, all of the tunnels that led from Drothamstone to Zolotoheim were collapsed, and nobody heard from Drothamstone anymore. And over the couple of centuries since then, the location of Drothamstone has more or less been lost. Most today believe that it is probably a myth. Most common dwarves believe that it is a myth.
Okay.
That's why the library is not the place to look for this information, but the vault is obviously the most logical place to find information on where the hidden kingdom.
Or maybe these guys. So the dwarves that got attacked, they get arrested in addition, or no?
Yeah, they are. So the royal guards aren't trying to sort this out. They are arresting all of them.
Okay. And
I mean, they've even grabbed some of the merchants. Maybe they're not they're not being too polite about it. Maybe they're not necessarily under arrest, but they are. They're being grabbed as witnesses, anyways.
Detained.
Yes, they are detained.
Is it obvious where they're going, or can we ask, like, where do they detain people?
So they're taking them back to the castle, and as they are coming near you, you can see them moving towards the castle. One of the dwarves, in manacles, says, "Those are the guys. Those are the ones that were trying to sneak into the castle." And the dwarven guards are like, "Yeah, you'll say anything to try and get out of some time in the stockades."
Wow. Snitching. Uncool.
One of the dwarven royal guards from the city, or from the gates of the castle, steps forward to you guys and says, "Did you see anything going on around here?"
We saw the melee unfold. It was pretty great.
So he says that one over there, he claims that you were trying to sneak into the castle, although I don't see how that would be possible.
We went across the street to the temple.
Yeah, we We tried to go into the castle. We stopped and talked to the front guards, and they said that they weren't taking visitors, and so we turned around and went back to the temple.
Yes, that would be a logical course of action. Yes. Well, perhaps you should come with us inside. Just to make sure that we'll take your statement.
Am
Well,
I
we'd
being
like to help.
detained? No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, if we're just coming in to talk, then they probably won't try to disarm us so much. And if that's the posture they're taking, I see no reason not to go in. I mean, we're trying to get in and get a talk with the king anyway, right?
Sure, we might overhear something about where Drothamstone
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, we would actually like to talk to your king anyway. So that's why we came here. Talk about legends and
Yeah, I want to know
fables and
more.
stuff. Yeah, so we would be very happy to come in and
Outside
give
the crowd, I get
statement.
a cat going, "No justice, no peace."
Oh shit!
Make my way into the crowd with the group.
So yeah,
let me
that's happening there.
set this back up.
I'm down here on this part.
Jugar, no peace. No Jugar, no peace.
That's right.
Oh shit! You guys are ridiculous sometimes.
Sometimes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wait, you mean there's times we're not ridiculous? We gotta step it up.
Yeah. I mean, we've got fans to entertain. We take it very seriously for the people watching us. Yeah.
I'm assuming that
We don't
Jackson is hanging back and following because he's still.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they do not see Jackson.
Wow. Stealthy.
I don't know if you guys have seen the Baki, the grappler on Netflix, but I'm like walking right behind one of the guards and he just has no idea I'm right there. Just right behind him.
Yeah, I would actually totally see that. There. Okay. So they lead you into Castle Ston. Now, you can see that there are numerous guards posted over here in front of this very large staircase. On this, each square is 5 feet. So this is actually a pretty large staircase that it does not go up at all. It spirals down below. And the last thing that you see is I guess it's just weird coloring. The last thing that you see is you can see that King Commonston it marches right past you guys and starts going down the stairs, and he is wearing full plate armor, full regalia, and he has a two-handed battle axe in his hand, and he's heading down the
Ooh.
stairs.
Oh man.
I don't know that I have.
Let's charm him. No.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that'll work.
I mean, does he know that you tried to charm him if he fails?
I don't know. Probably not.
Depends on how. Well, I mean, it depends on how well he does with his.
Far away
with his save, I would think.
Yeah.
That's quite a ways. Imagine catching a glad through like this.
I mean, you'll have to do some hardcore something if he's headed down those stairwell. Is like all the guards kind of just all shuffling down the stairwell there?
There are several guards that are up here just standing guard to make sure that nobody else comes down the stairs, and they are all armed with pole arms and just kind of crossing the pole arms in front of the stairs, making sure that nobody can come downstairs. This area in particular, this courtyard area, you can see as you are just standing inside the area, there are a lot of dwarves that are dressed in finery, uh, males and females. They appear to all be like basically they're a part of the courtiers, I guess you could say. They are all politicians. They're not. Most of them are not wearing armor or anything like that. They are all just sycophants.
Yeah.
There's a lot of yes men, but a lot of them. So as you come in, you can overhear some of them. I mean, they all seem to be concerned about this alarm going off. All of them. And that is a part of every topic. But what you gather, and Jackson, you especially kind of notice this because nobody notices you, because
Mhm.
You can kind of mingle, and all of them are discussing how this alarm going off. First of all, the alarm. Everybody knows that this alarm means that the royal vault has been breached. The second thing that these different groups are talking about is how this breach and whatever is going to be stolen will affect whatever particular cause it is that their group is dealing with. So over here, you might have a group of dwarven guildsmen, the Blacksmiths Guild, that are concerned that they won't get their subsidies because the money won't be in the vault. And this group over here is probably, Dwarven School Teachers Union, and they're pissed off because now they're not going to get their pay for however many months because the money won't be in the vault. So there's all these different groups that hang around the court, and like I said, for the most part, they're sycophants. And the way that this courtly intrigue works, it seems like they're all they're all pro King Common Ston. So it's not like there's any backstabbing or double dealing going on, but most of their conversations are centered around how they can get the king to agree to do what it is they want to do when sitting around the table.
Right.
So, with all
So
the
these
crowd that's
people are all horrible, and we should kill them. No, I'm just
Well,
kidding.
I mean, they're politicians, so
Yeah, that's
you
what
know.
I was doing. But we won't do that. I'm sorry. I'll rein in my my impulses a
So we should
little.
cast Fireball.
well,
Obviously, teachers
I'm
union
thinking
first.
with the vault closed downstairs, Cloud Kill in the stairwell really thins all that shit out. All that shit gets thinned out.
You know,
And,
at this point, you could pretend to be like testing their security systems and not really trying to steal, or you can just go murder hobo. No one can stop you. But you haven't really done any damage yet, so.
no, I haven't done any damage yet, and I haven't really been caught yet. But as they're all going down into the vault area, it's hard to see getting out very easily without
True.
combat. That's
Okay.
the thing.
Maybe we messed up.
So Boorman, where are you going?
Hide, Boorman. Hide in a corner. You're invisible.
Yeah, I'm invisible. They know the Duergar go invisible. So what I want to do is I want to use my magic rope and I want to secure myself to the ceiling.
Okay.
I'll just live in the vault. What's your home
Well,
now?
I mean, right now I'm gonna secure myself to the ceiling, and I'm gonna do it right here. Well, that's because I've got it on the wrong thing. You don't see where I'm pointing, but right here, right outside the door, I'm just gonna secure myself with this magic climbing rope to the ceiling.
Okay.
And lay there flat and watch.
Okay. Well, the magic rope, is it? Let me look at magic.
It magically secures itself to either end of things.
But there's nothing to secure itself to.
The ceiling.
Well, there's nothing to secure. I mean, the ceiling's just flat.
All right. Well, then can I roll a climb roll?
You certainly can.
What do you say?
Yeah, because you've got climb sheer surface, right?
That's correct. And I've made that.
Okay. So you climb up.
Well, that's been where I've been putting my points after I got the pick locks and the move silently and find traps.
Right.
Yeah.
Good idea. And in this case, it has come in handy. So you climb up this 10-foot wall to the ceiling. The ceiling's only 10 feet in the air, and you kind of in the corner, you kind of prop yourself to the ceiling and are kind of just holding yourself in the corner. So you're kind of like right here.
Yeah. I want to be away from the hinges of the door.
Okay. Right. So from outside, you hear this loud bellow, and he says, "Open that vault!" And you can hear, the muffled, kind of muffled. The one of the guards say, "Oh well, my lord, it appears that the vault is already open." And they swing the door open. The other thing that you see is that, whoops, that's what I wanted. King Common stands inside the vault, and he reaches into a pouch and pulls out a gem about 1 inch in diameter and holds it up to his eye and looks through.
Well, I've got the magic boots, and he's got to look up. Even if he can see invisible, we'll go from there.
He apparently does not look up. He had a 3 in 6 chance and rolled a 5.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks around, and he can see that the table has been moved, the pile on top of the table, and the crown is missing. And he says, "We've been robbed."
Yeah. This doesn't happen often, does it? So Boorman's pretty good to even have got in here.
Boorman is going to be very boastful tonight if he just gets out of this alive.
For real.
So, yeah.
As he should be.
Yeah. So are they going in?
Well, yeah. He comes walking in and kind of takes stock around the room. And with his gem, he looks around and he says, "It doesn't look like any of the chests have been opened." And he sees the broken lockpick on the ground in front of this large chest.
All right, right then and there, I want to go out the door, close the vault, turn the knob, and let's get going.
Okay.
That's pretty good. I would have snuck out.
Okay, so that's...
You say, "I'm going to sneak out, but I'm going to lock him in, too."
Yeah. Have fun with that, King.
Okay. So I need to look at these elven boots.
Oh, yeah, they stopped me from making noise. Move silently. I move,
Oh. The reason I'm not finding this is because I'm in the wrong book. Like, why are these all spells?
I don't know.
Oh.
I thought you had it in one of our quick and easy to find documents. Yeah, elven cloak and boots.
Yeah, it just says the wearer of the boots is able to move silently.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess my question on that, let me look at thief. So thieves have a move silent skill.
Yep.
But if you're able to move silently with the boots, I would say you probably don't even need to make a roll.
I love that sound.
I would think that they would only have a 1 in 6 chance of hearing you.
Well, even if
they do not hear you.
Yeah.
So you drop down and you shut the vault, and twirl the knobs.
Yes.
Okay. And then where are you going from there?
God, I've got to get out of here. Yeah, I'm gonna just kind of go right over here to the corner and wait.
Okay.
Yeah, and that will be that. If anyone was watching on the other end, yeah,
So
I did that.
after a few minutes, you hear the bells stop chiming, and then you hear the vault door. You hear all three of the locks click, and the vault doors swing open.
Okay.
And the guards and the king come out, and the king is yelling for the guards. He says, "Somebody was in here. They're clearly using some form of invisibility that I couldn't see. I want this palace completely searched." And they post a couple of guards down here again. This time they post 4 guards at the entrance of the vault, and the king goes stomping up the stairs, and he comes up out of the.
I want to follow the king right up his ass.
Okay, so you follow the king, and you're walking right behind him. And these, the guards that brought the rest of you in, along with some of the merchants and whatnot, they're all asking, well, what did you see? The merchants, they're talking to the merchants, and one of the dwarves that are wearing manacles, the two Duergar are still pointing at the dwarves. They're trying to kill us, and they're going to steal our share of the wealth from Drothamstone. And you can see the king come walking by, and it is obvious to you that his ears kind of perk up. He turns and looks at these Duergar when they say Drothamstone. And one of the dwarves that are in manacles, he points to you guys. He says, "Those are the people that were trying to sneak into the castle." And the king turns and looks at the rest of you, minus Jackson. And he tells the guards, he goes, "Bring them to the throne room. I've got questions." And he stomps off to the throne room, and the royal guards are like, "Okay, but these aren't the people that did anything, but whatever." And so the royal guards come to the rest of you and are like, "Well, come with us. You have an audience with the king."
Sweet. That's just what we wanted.
That is kind of what we wanted. I want to. I'm going to really try to play this off. I want to go into the. Is there like a shitter closet or something around here?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I just want to kind of step into the shitter and take the ring off and come out and be like, I'll wave at my friends over there. I'll be like, hey, it's good to see you. And I will greet them and just go in with them.
Okay, so the guards, here's a good question. Do the guards notice? They don't notice. They're like, "Oh, hey, we're missing one, evidently. Get out, come on, you're with the rest of them."
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Jackson, what are you doing?
At the exact same time as that, I would like to unhood and join the party. Like, hey, don't forget me.
And they don't notice that you weren't a part of the group either.
He seriously needs to upgrade his security funding. that is.
He just needs to learn to count. That's okay.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of confusion in numbers.
He's looking for invisible stuff still, right?
Is what now?
All the people have like a monocle, like looking for invisible at this point, right?
No.
Oh, they stopped doing that.
Nobody but the king has the gem.
And he's not doing it anymore.
No.
Oh, well, then I'll stay invisible and follow in. I thought everybody's all monocled up looking for invisible.
Oh, okay. So you're going to follow in and just kind of hang back and
absolutely
and listen. Okay.
Boorman is just like, he's still all fucking on cloud nine. He's like, oh my God, I can't fucking believe I did that shit. Fuck, yes, yeah, that's
So,
amazing.
so the guards come in and lead you into the throne room, and the king tells the guards to of everybody else, no courtiers. He says clear the chamber and post 2 guards outside the throne room door, and to shut the door. And he waits for the numerous sycophants and other politicians to leave, and the guards kind of bustle them out, and the door is shut. And he turns to the lot of you, and he says, I'm not an idiot. I was an adventurer one time myself. I know adventures when I see them. What do you know about what's going on? And what do you know about Drothamstone?
We want to go to Drothamstone because we're looking for a looped scepter.
He says, I'm not even sure the looped scepter even exists anymore. And aside from that, what do you want the looped scepter for? If you're trying to stumble upon that ridiculous quest to find the Archmage's extra dimensional space, that Tassadantlus has been dead for hundreds of years.
That is our goal, though. We just want to kind of go look.
We either want to find it or prove that it's no longer there.
Yeah, we're simply seeking the truth, and we noticed that you had Duergar issues, and that we took that as a sign from the gods that we were on the right path.
And he says,
Gentry says, would you have turned down a chance for adventure in your days?
He says,
Ooh.
that it would be a sign from the gods. It's peculiar. He says, people have been searching for Drothamstone and its riches for years. Speaking of riches, I know that one of you stole into my vault. I would like my riches back. That crown that you took, you may keep. That is the crown of Drothamstone.
Oh, you got to be honest and do it. We're like, okay, here's all the stuff I took off the table, and I'll even tell him how I did it.
That's nice.
So you're gonna tell him how you snuck in and all that.
Yeah, I mean, like, I was really just wanting to see if you had the scepter, and I broke my lucky pick in there. There's no hard feelings, and I'll start pulling out gems and fucking gold and stuff, and just kind of setting it there on the stair below his thing, and be like, I was just really wanting to see, if I could do it. I thought it was a good reputation building exercise, and I'll do that.
He says, well, that is quite ingenious and mighty impressive. You appear to be quite the successful adventuring party, if you don't mind my saying, if you have those kinds of abilities. And he goes over, he stands up from his throne, goes over to a table and pours himself a goblet of wine, and he just kind of pours it into a bunch of into a bunch of silver goblets and offers you each one. And he says, that crown was given to me when my first cousin Nothramston originally founded Drothamstone. He set out, like many dwarves do, to found his own clan and to make his name in the world. But my cousin was of a more adventurous spirit. Unfortunately, he liked the riches too much. And he founded the dwarven mine of Drothamstone, and for a time, he sent back the agreed upon tithe that any noble would to his king. But he then declared himself the king of Drothamstone, and claimed that the Drothamstone was going to rival Zolotoheim, and I couldn't see past that. I admit my anger, I cut him off somewhat.
Do you have a piece of his body?
No, he was never found. All of the underground uh, chamber or tunnels through the underworld that led to Drothamstone have all been sealed. Not
Like,
by us. They appear to have either collapsed or been sealed by someone else.
could he like? Can we get information on the map where these tunnels were? Maybe we could unseal one of them.
He says, "Oh, they've been sealed for ages, and all of that information has been lost."
Oh,
But he
darn.
says, I can tell you that it was on. Well, let me pull up this other. Where is I?
Just out of character, giving up a few hundred gold pieces and some silver and shit has far better political gain than the actual stuff, you know.
Agreed.
And we still got 900 gold pieces value experience from the crown. So
Agreed. You did the right decision. I'm just surprised your character did it.
So
well,
he does he hanging on the wall is a tapestry of of the Skellis Mountains area. And he says the actual location I've personally never been, so I don't know my way there, and nobody is left alive today that would have been there. But we do know that it was located somewhere over on the eastern side of the Skellis Mountains, somewhere in this region.
Do they have the remains of anybody that knew the way?
No.
Ooh.
Damn. Okay.
yeah. See, you're going right along with me now.
Yeah,
We're gonna have
yeah.
that memorial. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
um,
We got a clue. That's better than what we had when we started.
yeah.
Do
Yeah,
we
I mean,
draw?
even the most hardcore thief knows that when the jig is up, the jig is up. Make the best of it.
So he tells you he says so I am embarrassed to admit that in my anger I cut Nothram off somewhat from the rest of the clan. I didn't disavow him, but it was quite clear to me that he was ill with the gold fever. And he says some of the rumors that I heard was that in his desire for gold and electrum and riches, he forced his miners to dig deeper and deeper. There were senseless deaths due to the accidents because he pushed them so recklessly. And
Mm,
he says that then one day the mine just all news of the mine went silent. And that's when we discovered that all of the passages leading through the underworld to Drothamstone had been sealed, almost to the point that they appeared to have never existed.
If we solve this mystery, does he want us to send word to him about what we found?
He says, I indeed would appreciate any word that you would have of my first and only cousin. But
If we clear your cousin's honor by uncovering the history, and he ends up not being being fell prey to some kind of otherworldly control or curse or something, and we clear his name, would you be interested in aligning with the Braunhaven and Queen Alora once we get her crowned? The dwarven allies is we're gonna retake the empire.
he
He's probably like, good luck, but like, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
you know,
just saying, if we pull this off, we want to be able to call him an ally,
Yeah,
and
I hope so.
and that's all. If we're not saying that he has to send troops or come defend us, but the recognition of the kingdom and acknowledging that Alora is the queen of Braunhaven when we take and claim the crown, that carries great weight in the political realm.
well,
And
he
that is what I'm trying to get.
he kind of laughs. He says, "Well, I'm not sure that queen would be the right word. Duchess, perhaps. Baroness,
Duchess,
perhaps.
yeah.
We're
Sure,
learning
But
so much.
I'm sure that your Emperor Belusian Cestus will have something to say about all of that. But
we are going to take care of that.
should you be able to kind of sort that whole mess out, I'm certain that we could be allies in some form.
Awesome.
Certainly, we could have a trade agreement once that situation is cemented.
That's beautiful. Yeah. All right.
We
Well,
do
the
have some
promise.
engineers from here to
Yeah.
assist us in
And at that, he
preparing the
says, "Oh,
system.
then you've done well already.
Yeah.
We have some of the
I'm
best
looking forward to it.
engineers in the entire kingdom here."
I
Yeah,
agree.
that's what we came here for. I think the engineers who designed your vault, they were a little sloppy on the second tumbler. It has this little tinky click, and it really gave it up. I found that really easy.
So,
All right, we got a mission now, folks.
Yeah, we
Good.
actually have a purpose, and that made it worthwhile. Would it be okay if I laid claim to being the only person to successfully penetrate your vault?
he says, "I would prefer you to keep that to yourself."
Then
Right.
that I will do. Our bard died quite some time ago. That'll be okay then.
He says, "But it has given me some ideas for upgrading the vault.
Right.
Perhaps
Well, anytime you need it tested, you just let me know, and
perhaps I
I'll
should
teach you how to
talk to
break
some
in.
casters about having an anti-magic beam put into that vault."
You know, we did go into a dreamland that kind of had Duergar guys, and there was a beholder book in that alternate realm. We were doing mushrooms with some Neanderthals.
I thought we were huffing leaves, cubes.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was the leaves and the smoke. You're right.
Mushrooms, leaves, you can keep it all together, you know?
Yeah, well, we were with the Neanderthals in their cave. It was a
trip.
different time, you know.
If I had $1 for every time that happened to me in high school,
Yeah,
I was hanging out with some Neanderthals in a cave, smoking pot.
yeah. Just having
Suddenly.
a good old time, being natural.
All right.
That was like a
He
Friday
did
night.
this. He's
Yeah.
probably busy, right? He probably has a bunch of shit to do.
Well,
He's a
I mean,
king, after all.
he is the ruler of all of Zolotoheim. So if he says now, keep in mind the Skillless Mountains are a dangerous place. If
Yeah.
but and many over the centuries have gone in search of Drothamstone because it is said that its riches are still remain there.
Mm.
Wow. Would you happen to have an extra bag of holding?
He does not. But
Do they have any records in their library of anybody who tried to go and find it? Is there anything to know?
I mean, we could spend some time in the library, and perhaps we might not
Now you want to
find.
spend time in the library.
Well, I mean, what I'm saying is if there's records of other expeditions, we might not be able to get a pinpoint on the location, but we can get a pinpoint on the location is not, and that by rule of
Or find it
elimination.
happened?
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? There's information in
I'm all for looking in the library. I'm just hoping the book we need isn't roasted.
Yeah,
you
because you tipped the candle over.
I
That's
did
true.
I did do some damage in the library.
They might not have any records either. I don't know,
Yeah.
but maybe they do. I just know whenever I
Neither
played
of my
Call of
characters does
Cthulhu, if
any
you skipped
reading.
the library, you died like almost every time.
Yeah.
So
well,
you
I mean,
always
if you
go to the
play Call of
library.
Cthulhu, you die or go insane. I mean,
Yeah.
That's
that's what
true.
happens to higher level characters. They die
Right.
or go insane. Which makes it such a great game. But he gives you full access to the library. So I guess each turn being 10 minutes. How long do you want to spend in the library?
How cool are the books? You know?
There are texts on numerous subjects, basically economics, of the empire, or not the empire, economics of the dwarven kingdoms, which stretch all across the Skelos Mountain Range, all the way into Stagina. They've got records of trade. And then there are some historical documents, some of these going back thousands of years.
Well, I
And
probably want to spend a couple hours in there then. 'Cause it
I
sounds
was
like
thinking more
it's
like
stuff to
we
know.
had already rented the rooms for a couple of days. Why don't we
Yeah.
stay a couple of days and make sure our Titan friend is comfortable and well taken care of? I mean, we also have these slaves that we freed. We're
Oh
kind of
yeah.
obligated to talk about
Yo,
the
that
king
would have
or
been a
whatever.
gnarly escape of trying to escape with Titan jacked up like he was.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
So, I
Yeah,
guess
I mean, I think a couple of days and let everybody rest up. If we're fixing to go back into the mountains, I mean, the more
you're
time we
right.
can get clues and other shit to lessen how long we look, I gotta think that's
You're right.
all.
That's like what we should spend like a bunch of time on.
So if another 2 days, the private suite at well, let me figure it up. So if we're talking about 2 days, that's 10. Uh,
Didn't I pay for 3 for everybody with a bunch of platinum?
Yeah, you did.
yes, but I mean, are you gonna stay? Because you've got one more day.
Oh,
So did
okay.
you
Well,
want to
then,
stay
yeah,
an additional day, or
I
another
can
2
pay
days. Let's do
too.
it.
okay?
Yeah.
So let's
All
see
right.
here.
Well, if you want to pay and figure that out, I'm gonna go become a European. Be right back.
Okay.
I got
Since neither of my characters would have any interest in the library work, can I have
go do what you want.
huh? What'd you say?
I said, yeah, go do what you want. We're
I
just
was
gonna
thinking of
be
having Dentry maybe spend some time around their armors and boyars and see if there's anything he can do to kind of like spruce up or make any improvements to stuff that he has. Or get some more arrows or make some stuff while he's in town.
Yeah, you could buy more arrows. A quiver of
I mean,
20.
can he make some or do anything like that? Can he, or does that like take too long?
That would probably take longer, and plus you're underground, and so finding. I mean, it wouldn't save you anything because you'd have to purchase the wood and etc. But
Okay.
a quiver of 20 arrows is 5 gold pieces.
All right. Well, I'll get the quiver to give. Jackson will buy a quiver of arrows.
They do
And
have
are there any?
they do have silver tipped arrows that are 5 gold pieces each.
you should have one of those in your back pocket.
I have a couple of those in the back pocket.
Yeah.
Oh, I already have 13 silver arrows.
Oh, well, there you go.
Any chance then that Jackson might be able to like meet with some brewers in town and share some brewing tips between each other? Maybe gain a little favor that way, get some free alcohol out of it.
Oh, definitely.
Cool.
Yeah,
I can't get weapons. Might as well get alcohol.
in fact, there is a brewers guild.
Oh, cool.
What?
Yes, the Guild of Brewers and Distillers.
What I love is Jackson can't read, but he can brew.
Right. Yes. And so yeah, so if you want to join the Guild of Brewers and Distillers, it would be 50 gold pieces. You would have access to all of their information, which would include their dwarven process for making for distilling whiskey.
Hell yeah. I'll give a gem worth 50 gold pieces for that.
Okay. So you can put down in your notes somewhere that you are a member of the Guild of Brewers and Distillers of Zolotoheim. So another day's stay at the Lazy Gentlewoman will cost you, including food and drink, will cost you another 7 gold pieces each.
Could I do the thing where I just toss like 5 platinum and have everything? Can I do that thing?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
So
'Cause I
let's
have.
see. Let's say 1, 2, 3, or 6 of you. Yeah, 5 platinum would cover it.
Okay, I subtracted that from my character sheet,
Okay.
so we can be nerds at the library for several days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me 1 moment. I need another drink.
Me too.
3.
Smoke them if you got them. This is the time of the game that the people watching are like, well, should I fast forward now or am I going to get some super insight into humanity? Listen to the chatter. So I will entertain the people still listening. You know, when Canada geese, they fly in a V, one side of the V is longer than the other. Do you know why that is? It's because one side has more birds. You know, my penis was once in the Guinness Book of World Records. And then the librarian told me to take it out. Do you know what you call a bodybuilder with a big penis? A beginner. People are going to be coming back now and hearing me talk, so I'm going to stop telling the jokes. It was just between us and the fans. Welcome back. Yeah. You okay?
I got a headache starting.
Oh, man. Sorry to hear that.
It's all right. I'm going to cure it with alcohol.
That is a good solution. That and morphine will take away any pain.
The cause of and solution to all of life's problems, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, one of the things that Jackson learns is that bottom shelf dwarvish whiskey is aged for 50 years.
Okay, so what you're saying is like, yeah, I can learn it, but I ain't gonna be able to make any for a long time.
Well, I mean, you can use their distilling process. I mean, most human whiskeys are aged anywhere from 4 to 24 years.
Right.
Whereas the bottom end of dwarvish whiskey is 50 years, which is one of the reasons why it is so prized.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
And of course, it's aged for 50 years because I mean, dwarves live a long
They-
time.
So I can have some going, and if I survive all my adventures, I'll be able to open up a nice cask of it when I'm close to my retiring ages.
Right, right. And so here's something else. So, like I said, dwarves live a long time. In your meetings with King Common Stan, he is quite old for a dwarf. Like, he walks with a bit of a hunch. He's certainly not as nimble as he used to be. So he is in the twilight years for sure.
Who is? Sorry?
That's
The king.
Yeah.
Oh, the king.
The
Okay.
king is quite old.
Yeah.
Aw.
But then we don't know if he's magically prolonged or, I still
They
got
just
to
get
think.
old anyway.
Yeah.
I mean,
I really want.
I mean, you're
If-
the average dwarven lifespan is probably somewhere along the lines of about 270 years. He's definitely pushing that mark.
Yeah, I wonder if he's still over 5 hit dice.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, well then the cloud kill in the stairwell probably wouldn't have went as well as I wanted.
Yeah. So, so in the actually, this wasn't the map that I wanted.
Ooh! As a member of the Brewers Guild, can I buy some of the whiskey at discounted price?
Yes.
Hell yeah! Now I'm gonna have some good shit to drink on her. I pour out my wine. I go, done with this stupid wine. Give me the good stuff.
So that will run you at a discounted price. That will run you 1 gold piece per pint.
6 gold pieces it is.
All right.
Hell yeah! I'm gonna be much drunker, guys.
So you do.
Now I have 3 wineskins full of 2 pints each of the good stuff.
So looking in the library over the next couple of days, you do get some information. And let me put some red X's on the map here. So the first being right here. The wrong color. There is that's way too. A dwarven scout post. Basically, dwarven scouts use this scout post in their travels. They send out scouts. Dwarves will send out scouting parties. Essentially, part of what you learn is that there have been conflicts, especially major conflicts with the fire giants of Stromvold, but also with frost giants from the northwestern slopes of the Skellis Mountains. Frost giants come up from Stagina occasionally, and have been known to cause issues. The other thing that you learn over here, you find locations, known locations of a number of ruins. One here, and there is one right here. And double check, see if there's. So there is more. One right there. No, that is not what I want.
We also have a treasure map for here we have to do before we leave.
Yes.
That's important. But Brian has to return before we get into that. Sure, there'll be stuff.
Oh, he didn't return. Okay, you're right. His picture's on. I thought I was the latest one for some reason.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. I will. No. I will fix that. Are you guys seeing the big overland map?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes, I am.
Okay, good. And then you also learn the location of some additional mines. Mine. Well, you know about the Electra mine. And there is a mine. Right here. And there is a mine here. And and you learn that there are a couple of there is a Waldspion cabin. Right. Right here.
So the cabin is looking to be the smartest first place to stop.
Yeah.
If we're trying to go to the green circle that Mavis drew,
I think that was where we were talking about.
yeah.
Sort of that
And don't
area?
forget, Jackson is a member of the Waldspion. He is of the Order of the Waldspion.
Oh, we should
Oh, that's how you spell
definitely go there.
Valtreon.
Yes, they are rangers. You also learn that there is the dwarven records list it as the crazy prospector. There is a prospector's cabin here.
That's a bit out of the way, but maybe later.
Well, I mean, whatever route we end up taking, I mean, as we move around this thing, there's tons of
A lot.
shit now to stop and smell the roses at.
Hope the weather's not as crazy as when I came in.
Well,
I mean,
it is fall, so
Yeah.
fall heading towards winter can be strange, or not strange, but difficult. On the southern side of the lake, there is a trapper's cabin here, and he's kind of listed. The dwarves list him and the prospector both as crazy old men.
Yeah.
And the last thing that you learn is there is a wood elf village here. And the notes list the wood elf village as that they are reclusive, and
Did we learn? Did we learn anything from the wood elves we met that might help us? We want to try and talk to more of them somewhere else. Probably not.
No, you not. You didn't really learn anything from the wood elves that you met, but
Okay.
the notes listed for the wood elf village, it lists it as it has a name. The village's name is Sina Estru. And it lists these wood elves as being reclusive, and in the nicest of dwarven terms, not necessarily friendly.
Elves and dwarves historically don't get along. That's nothing to be fucking. I mean, everything we're getting here is from the dwarven perspective.
True.
So
True.
Maybe after we speak to the Rangers Guild, they might have some thoughts on this.
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'd love to go see what the Ranger Guild is like.
So what is this mark that you've got?
The green one?
Yeah.
That was like around where I thought you said
Yeah.
the last traces of that.
Yeah, towards the eastern side of the mountain range.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's the general area we want to go check out. But first, we want to hit this treasure map for Zolotoheim
Yes,
before we leave here.
Okay.
for sure.
So, speaking of that,
Well, I hope it's got a bag of holding.
so you guys spend another couple of days and in here, and you do learn, or you kind of go over this treasure map, and down here is where this treasure map kind of leads you. It leads you back towards the what was it called? The Koitianta quarter, so the lower middle class area. And following this treasure map, you come to a cemetery. And all of the dwarven cemeteries, I mean, it would be kind of stupid to just bury people. You're already underground. So their cemeteries are closer along the lines of like what you would see in New Orleans, not because of floods, although this river does sometimes cause that problem, but more along the lines of that each burial is a tomb in and of itself, and sometimes entire clans, will have their burial chamber inside one tomb, and these tombs generally are known to delve deeper into the mountainside, down into the ground. And hold on here, I need to do something here.
Might be kind of like the Egyptians do, the older you get as a pharaoh, the bigger and more in depth, because they start digging your pyramid,
Yeah, pretty
very young.
early on. Yeah.
Yeah.
They start digging it in your teens.
Yeah. And then they dig down and they get real elaborate, and then when you die, they stick you in there, and then they build a whole bunch of shit on top of it. So, I mean, that's the theory of the Egyptian pyramid tomb. From my understanding.
Well, and you have to also remember, like in the case of the Egyptians, I mean, it's not like their average lifespan was exceptionally large or long.
Oh yeah.
And not only that, but especially for pharaohs and the like, they also had to deal with court intrigue. You never knew when some asshole was going to assassinate the pharaoh, and so they had to
Everybody, yeah.
think ahead. Get you guys on the map.
So this will be our first treasure map that is an actual map.
Indeed.
Like before, it was we roll a whole bunch of dice and get stuff.
Right.
You know? Yeah. So you're really stepping up the game. I guess that's because we have a higher level. Does that mean a higher level map than what we've normally gotten? Is that
A bit of
or is
that?
that
A little column A, a little column B. Some of
okay?
it is because in previous treasure maps, it was something that you rolled and I needed it immediately on the spot, and I didn't have time to come up with a map. But
Oh,
this is the entrance to this tomb, and it is marked on the map as being the. The treasure map just marks this tomb.
well then we should go to that tomb and try to open it up.
Okay, well it is sealed and locked with an iron gate.
Is it trapped?
It is not trapped.
It stayed locked.
Yeah.
I'll chime. I'll chime in. Let me mark a chime off here.
Mm-hmm.
Ching a ching ching.
We are up to 14 chimes so far. I get
How many do
45.
we? Oh, so there's still plenty, but
Yeah, we're doing fine.
And so Mavis rings the chime, and you guys come into this tomb. In the tomb, I'm going to obviously put your heavy hitters up front here, with Malachi bravely at the back.
Well, Malachi is back there telling y'all what a wonderful place this is.
Yes.
Smell that. Smell that. Yes, you can smell the decay in the air. It is. It is wholesome.
You come into this tomb, and at first glance, when you look in this tomb, I mean it is rather unadorned. This is clearly not the tomb of dwarven royalty, but there are 6 sarcophagi, 3 on the north and 3 on the south wall. And one of them, the lid is kind of slightly ajar and open. But you don't find, there's no, it doesn't look like somebody climbed out. It looks like the lid is slightly ajar because perhaps they're waiting to fill it. They're putting somebody into it in the potentially near future. And when you initially look, well, everybody can roll a d6.
I got a 1 and a 2.
Okay.
1 and a 6. So one of the 2 rolls.
So looking at this initially, I mean, even though the walls are quite rough, it is of a high quality construction, typical that would be seen of dwarven construction, and you almost miss it. But Dentry and Boorman notice on this back wall there is a stone door.
We
Getting ready to chime. I need to.
yeah. Well, I mean, we should look in one of these sarcophagus and see, you know, like this one here. We should see what's in them. It might not be bodies. It could be gold.
I'll take a look. Why not?
Yeah.
Roll,
I'm convinced by that reasoning.
roll percentage.
All of us, or one of us, or who?
Mavis is looking in, so Mavis can roll percentage.
Oh, okay.
This is a treasure map. Now, we should trust the theme.
So Mavis opens she kind of pries open the lid, and a puff of decaying dust comes out, but all she sees inside are the bones of a long dead dwarf, and he's
Was it?
wearing like scale mail armor that is rusted and rotted through for the most part, and he's got or it appears at one time he was holding a uh, warhammer that the head is rusted and
No.
the haft of it appears like termites may have gotten to it.
Appears time has desecrated this corpse.
You
I
need
wonder if
to,
the other.
yeah,
Yeah, let's look at the other one. See what happens.
crap.
Yeah, no.
This will be this one here.
Yeah, you find another body
And
and another body.
then
Oh,
we got
man.
one more. Well, we got
Okay.
one more because we had 5. So
Sorry.
Nope, they're
oh,
all
that's okay.
they're all just corpses. Nothing of value in them.
Sorry, I rolled on accident. Okay.
It's okay. We sucked. I guess we're gonna try to go through we'll do the trap locked, open sesame thing.
Okay, so it is not trapped.
Is it locked?
It is not.
Okay, then let's open it.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just going to leave my roller for the D100 up because this is a treasure map. It's not an adventure map. Surely there's nothing in here dangerous.
Yes. So you see that there is a tunnel that leads deeper underground, and there are what appear to be a mix between natural rough cut stairs. It looks like they were basically smoothed out, but most of the in air quotes stairs appear to have been originally natural, probably from water runoff, and there is quite a bit of moisture along the walls, and there's a little trickle of water that runs down the center of this as it delves deeper.
Is it trapped?
You do find a trap.
Bum, bum, bum. Wait, there's a trap, friends.
So on
Oh, man.
on this stair, you see that there are which one is it? There are dart holes along the walls on either side.
We jam them up or something?
Yeah, I can. I mean, is the stair easy to step over?
Not step over. You can climb up and down the stair, but you do note, since you asked and you look at it, because of the trickle of water, it is a bit slippery. So if you were moving at full encounter movement rate, or full movement rate in this case, exploration movement rate, there is a 2 in 6 chance that you will slip and fall down the stairs.
Oof.
Is there pebbles and crap laying around that I can plug the dart holes with?
Mm.
It might work better to put sticks in there or something. Break them off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that there are sizable rocks and whatnot that you could pick up and stuff in the dart holes.
Yeah, I'm going to try to clog that up and then take the rope, the magic rope of climbing, and try to see if I can secure it to that door and just kind of give us a lead rope down the stairs.
Okay.
And I will carefully try to go down the stairs and then anchor it at the other end to make it safer as we go down into the depths of the treasure hole.
So, how long is the rope of climbing? 50 feet?
50.
Okay. So, let's see here. 15, 20, 40. So, yeah, it is 45 feet towards the bottom. And find my thing.
Just trying to be as safe as possible for when we do find the greater lich.
All right, so Boorman, you can move your exploration movement rate.
Oh, okay. I'll definitely be down in there looking for traps. And I don't find any. It's pretty safe. Come on.
You do not find any traps, but you do find right here that there is a very narrow passage that leads off of this main one, and it is only like 3 feet wide.
We need one of the wee people to go through there if we want to explore it, I guess.
Yeah. As Malachi would be the small one.
Yeah, he would be
To
the
go
skinniest,
through.
and he's not wearing armor. So
Yeah.
yeah, him and Alora would probably be able to.
They
All
can
right.
sneak off and hold hands. It'll be cute.
Yeah. Come on. Let's go. Yay. It's
In
a
their creepy tomb area.
little gothic split of the party. It's wonderful. We're the only wholesome ones here. Yeah, so we'll just go on down that way.
Okay.
Does Jackson find any link? Can Jackson make a check for lingering footprints, or is the water washing stuff away?
Jackson can make. Let me take a look here. Low Ranger. What level is Jackson?
5 for now.
Yeah, you can make a tracking check, but at a +10 penalty. So you have to add 10 to whatever it is that you roll.
Okay. Oh God.
Well, that's only 19. You still make it. So.
Oh, 19.
Yeah, you rolled a 9. Yeah. So
All right, I looked at it and saw 90, not 00.
You do find some tracks.
I don't know why I saw 90 instead of 9.
No, you rolled an odd 9, so yeah, that's pretty good. And +10 is only 19. So you do find some tracks. You find a plethora of different tracks. They both humanoid, quote unquote humanoid. They appear to be barefoot, and you find numerous what appear to be animal tracks.
Can I tell what kind of animals?
Yeah. Let's see here. Let me take a look.
Do the tracks look really old, or like any of them semi-fresh?
It's hard to tell because of the water.
Okay.
Some appear to be insect, like large insect. Some appear to be almost taloned, like large birds.
Okay. Hopefully, if I make this, did I make this check in time to tell Alora and Malachi, or no?
Probably not. They kind of slipped off on their own.
Well,
We're going to see how it works out.
yeah, basically.
Well, I share that with the rest of the party. Beware of large insects or large bird-like creatures.
Boorman, where are you going? We'll deal with Boorman first.
Okay, Boorman is going to continue to look for traps as he continues on down the passageway.
You do find another trap. We'll open this up. So you find that here, on these stairs, actually, you find a scything blade trap that is there's a scythe attached to the ceiling, and there's a tripwire that goes across the stairs that if it's tripped, this scythe will come down.
Just going to cut the wire there should be all I need to do.
Okay, so you clip the wire, and there is a empty chamber. This empty chamber at the bottom of the stairs looks like it's probably been excavated for another to be another tomb. It is pitch black darkness down here. There are no torches anywhere. But you can hear, as you come down into this dark room, or this dark future tomb, you can hear the sound of rushing water.
Boorman will go ahead and carry a lantern
Okay.
so we can light it up.
Okay.
Look in here. It's treasure. It's all it's going to be. This is a treasure place, and there's only treasure here. There's some traps. Of course, there's traps. It's a treasure place.
So in here, you see another one of these stone doors leading to the west.
Look for secret passages and stuff while Malachi and Laura need to do what they're doing and come join us or something.
So you guys are searching for secrets. Malachi and Alora.
Yeah, we are the brave ones, Alora.
We need a light source. I'm sure.
I'm sure one of you's got torches. I would.
Yeah, I've got a torch.
Okay, cool. Light it up.
Yeah, I'll light it up. Actually, I will use the spell slot for the light.
Oh, cool.
Let me look.
Oh, actually cast light.
Oh, I've got a.
Man,
I did.
Back when I was a kid playing, if you played a magic user, it was really difficult to decide, because you only get that one spell at level 1.
Yeah.
You're like, do I take magic missile or do I take light? Because you're always going to need light,
Yeah, I don't have it. I don't have it ready. So I will carry a torch. I mean a lantern, so I can set it down, pick it up easy.
Okay. So you guys make your way into a very roughly excavated room. This does not look quite as nice as the rest of the dwarven excavations that you've seen, but it also looks like perhaps it's not finished. And there is a stone door to the north and a stone door to the south.
Do we want to explore these, or do we want to go back to the party and hope this area reconnects another way?
I don't know. What do you think? We aren't aware of any danger. It doesn't seem like anyone's been in here. So I'm just gonna say go south.
Let's do it. Open it up.
Okay, so the door is not locked, and it continues to the south.
All right.
Yeah.
Do we look for traps even though we aren't good at it?
You can.
We should.
You guys can roll a d6.
That's not gonna do it. Looks safe. Let's go.
We got a 4.
Okay. So, as you guys are coming down this stair, or at the top of the stair, rather, both Alora and Malachi, out of vents in the side of the wall, you are sprayed with a very pungent liquid.
Ew.
Like it's kind of thick, almost like a thin pus, and it stinks like a mix between death and rotting fish.
Time to get that magic jug of liquids out.
Let's clean up. Yeah.
We're doing a saltwater rinse because we make the most of them.
Up, yes.
Okay, so you guys are washing yourselves up.
Gross.
Weird erotic music starts playing in the background.
The most disgusting aphrodisiac ever.
Yeah.
Yes. What is Boorman, Dentry, and Mavis? Boorman, Dentry, Mavis, and Jackson doing? So you don't find any secret doors in this room.
Well, let's continue on and open this door up and see how it works out.
That door is locked.
Oh.
Come on, Boorman. Oh, shit.
No, it's locked. We need the chime. We have to call out.
Why
Gentry says,
Yeah.
F this.
Doesn't Mavis have the chime?
And it's a Laura that has it.
Oh.
I gotta yell.
I mean,
for the thing.
Dentry can
door?
try he can try his lockpicking method.
Why
Um,
can't I do that?
what is Dentry's strength?
Gentry's strength is 16 plus 2.
All right, roll a d6. You got a 4 and 6 chance.
You can't pick a door, you fuck.
Yeah, so Dentry kind of throws his weight against the door and fails. It is not budging. Although Boorman notices that the hinges are on this side of the door, so the door actually swings in, and so
Yeah, Boorman with the strength check got a 2 to
what's
force it with the crowbar.
what's Boorman's strength?
15.
Okay, so yeah, Boorman kind of says, pats Dentry on the back, goes, "You tried, big guy," and he jimmies the door and breaks this stone lock, and the door swings open.
Oh, it opens this way.
Yeah. We could have taken the hinges off, but, we're not doing that today. That's rookie shit right there. That's what you do. This is looking for traps
Okay.
as we move on down around the doorway. We've found a lot of traps. I've got to guess this is a very trapped area.
Yeah.
So you don't find any traps.
They seem to like the stairs for traps.
Yeah.
But you have been down here for about an hour. And this hallway ends at another stone door.
I say we rest and play some dice.
All right. We
That's
can
always
rest
a
in
good
place,
Okay. So kind of, are you resting in the hallway, or are you?
Oh, we're going to come back to this area here and
Oh, the
kind of.
room where it's more comfortable and eat a little snack.
So
Yep. There's some caltricks on the floor right
Alora
here.
and Malachi, you at the end of your hour, you come down and you find another room.
These treasure maps are just great, but we've not found the big mother lode yet. I don't know why they have to make it difficult.
Ooh,
Oh, well,
cool.
And there is an underground river and lake, and you've seen this kind of thing before. It appears that this lake wasn't originally here, nor was probably this river. It has since busted through, and it looks like it has eaten through some of the rooms that originally existed here. And this entire room that you come to has been run through by the river, and now sits on the shore of this underground lake pond, and the river just kind of dumps into it. You do notice over here in the water, at the very edge of your light, you can see the water is swirling like it's in a whirlpool. So this clearly this underground pond drops down or drains down into a deeper hole underneath at the bottom. And of course, you can't see the bottom.
we just ride the broom right up that waterfall and up the river and see how it goes.
We could write it over.
Yeah.
You want to? All right.
Yeah. let's just ride the broom.
So do you want to take your 10-minute rest before doing
Um,
Oh,
yeah,
sure.
let's do that and dry off a little bit after
Yeah.
rinsing
that?
off all the disgusting liquid.
Wring out your robes and
Yeah,
you know.
it's
I mean,
horrible.
Alora's gonna with all the black lace. I'm sure that Alora's gonna have a much easier time drying off than Malachi will.
Yeah. Try to look down in the water and see if there's any sparklies reflecting off the lantern
Or
light.
creatures, for that matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Jackson, Dentry, Boorman, and Mavis, you kind of finish up your rest. You kind of sit down for a few minutes, catch your breath. Where are you
Play
going?
some dice.
Play some dice.
Yes. Going through the
Big play, big
hallway.
play.
Right?
Oh,
Yeah.
crap.
We're headed right on down into this area here
Okay.
as we look for traps.
You do not find any traps, but you do find a similar situation to what Mavis saw. And across this river, you can see that this underground river is just kind of, there's waterfalls and torrents as it rushes down, and you can see that on the other side of the river there is a room that the river has kind of chewed through. And like this was at one time one room, and the river just went right through the middle of it.
You know, when we need to get Alora. Well, Mavis says the water walking ring.
I do. Yeah. Do you think we'll run into each other at this point? Probably ride the broom up and go, hey,
So
right?
yeah,
They would probably see our light.
Oh,
yes.
true. Yeah,
As
we
we
would see each
go-
other's light.
yeah.
That's right. We can meet back up.
Hold on, just a moment.
We can put everybody right here real easy, I would think.
Do you guys want to look up in the corner that we didn't go to first, though, or do you want to?
Yeah, that's probably a smart thing to do. So then that would mean you need to bring everybody back over.
Did we
here.
so we have reconnected?
I
Yes.
think so. Yeah.
Have you guys noticed any large insects or flying creatures?
No.
No.
Just some disgusting liquid.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Even with the saltwater wash, as they come up the river, and like there is a draft that and Dentry, Mavis, and Boorman are kind of glad that they are upwind, because even so, even after the saltwater rins, Alora and Malachi are quite stanky.
Do we need to rinse in this water for like a long time? We're just gonna be stinky till we get a proper bath.
Yeah,
probably.
they've got probably another. They probably got another 2 turns, 20 minutes worth of stinkiness.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Uh,
Do you guys want to check out that corner though, or do you want to go the other way?
I want to do the corner.
Jackson wants to get close to them and see if he can tell what kind of stink it is with his rangerness. I don't know if that's something he would be able to tell.
It is a mix of. So, yeah, Jackson can tell that this is kind of a mix of multiple things, but generally he knows that this is a scent that is used as bait.
That's what I was afraid of. We need to be on guard, everyone. I have a feeling that they've been marked.
Okay.
We know just where the trap is, so everybody else can avoid this.
Yeah.
So what are you doing to get over to this other side? We'll get over to the other side and figure that out, and then
Yeah, we're gonna just ride the broom.
Mavis can walk. And
you're
then
going over this way. I gotcha.
And
I thought you were going over here.
if anybody feels like it, they could probably swim. We didn't. Well, I guess there's a whirlpool at the bottom. Okay, so Laura will just ferry everybody over.
Okay.
They can put up with her being stinky.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're just gonna backtrack right up the way here and go through this other door.
Okay. So
Looking for traps.
I'm just kind of put everybody up here. There are no traps.
And is it locked?
It is not locked.
Wonderful, because I didn't unlock it. And
there is a hallway with another stone door. And we will break there for the day.
okay.
But let me divvy up what little XP you guys... Actually, I'm going to give you a bonus for dealing with the king. So, everybody gets 355 XP.
So close. So close.
And that's where we'll break for this week. And we will pick this up next week at 12 o'clock on Saturday.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks so much. See you guys.
All right. Have a good one, guys.